Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Soulcreek. Today we're talking to Aeon, so we get a nice high energy start. Hopefully, I can bring it.
If I didn't know better, I'd say he quite likes you.
I feel my cheeks burning. He's just, do you know why he's acting like that?
I'm no psychologist, so no. Part of the canine charm, perhaps. Although, must say, never seen him quite this bad. Not since he was younger, anyway.
You've known him a long time?
Ah,
Aeon smiles fondly.
he was a difficult lad to deal with when he came of age. Troubled mind, very troubled. A bit of a rough childhood, you could say. Never had any consistent guidance. So he caused a lot of trouble. There weren't many with the patience to put up with him, save for Jeronia. She tried harder than anyone to keep him in line. When I visited the clan, I'd spend time with him. Came to think of him as a bit of an adopted son, I did.
My eyes widen. You were like a father to him.
Oh, yes. I know him well. All those tantrums and emotional breakdowns? Guess who talked him to his senses? Me. But enough of that. Let's talk about you now. You, and only you. Hold still as can be.
With a huge mole mitt on my shoulder to steady me, Aeon pierces the syringe into my upper arm. I wince. What exactly are you doing with my blood?
Checking for signs of the affliction.
The thing that makes male birth rates so low? I thought nobody knew what caused it.
Oh, no. Aeon knows. The affliction is a positive strand RNA virus. Bet no one told you that.
No, they didn't.
That's because no one even knows what a virus is. They don't.
Aeon chuckles as he pops a pair of glass test tubes into a stand, filling each with a sample of blood freshly extracted from my arm.
Hereditary, highly infectious, highly incurable too. Here's the catch. No symptoms, not even a cough. Totally inconsequential until...
Until you have a child? Aeon nods.
Say goodbye to a healthy male birth rate.
That's crazy. Where did it come from?
Who knows? I've been trying to figure that out for decades, I have. Nothing.
Do you know anything about the cascade?
Afraid not, boy. Afraid not.
The mole laid several small strips of paper out on the shelf. He carefully adds a drop of my blood to each one. I watch him curiously, trying to make sense of this peculiar mole. He's quite something. Loken mentioned you were an auto monk once. What are they like?
Ha! Not much to tell about them. Cultists in robes of dust. They believe technology is sacred and hoard the old knowledge for themselves.
He makes an exaggerated shake of his head.
Nonsense. Ironic, though, eh? Science and spirituality coming together like that?
Aeon bumbles back across the room to fumble through more containers.
Want someone to blame for the death of progress in these times? Blame the auto monks. Who do they trust to maintain their sacred technology? Only themselves. Leave the primitive clans ignorant, they say, and keep their knowledge for themselves.
Seems like corruption is still alive and well in Alayla. Is that why you left them? Aeon shrugs. He's only half paying attention to me. I watch him fumble with various chemicals and beakers as he blends my blood into all sorts of mixtures.
A bit of a technicality, that. I never properly joined them. Now, you tell me something. Omnivore?
Huh?
You, humans, you're omnivores.
Oh, yeah.
Thought as much. And the tailbone, what's that about? Is it cut off at birth? Or a coming of age ritual, yes?
No, we just don't have tails.
Bah! There goes my theory.
How long have humans been extinct exactly? Aeon blows a raspberry with his cheeks, giving me a half-hearted shrug.
Or 500 years. Give or take a century or two. Nobody knows. Nobody. Human remains are near impossible to come by. Would you permit me a few more tests? Just want to see what I can make of you.
Sure, that's why I'm here.
Grand. First, I need a little hair off that head of yours.
Over the next hour or two, Aeon conducts a number of tests on me. They weren't invasive, and he frequently mentioned how limited he was by his primitive equipment, but he seems to know what he's talking about. I haven't worked up the courage to tell him anything about my condition yet.
Positive!
So I'm infected.
You're infected. The affliction has you. But you see the pale color on your test strip? For anyone else, it'd be deep, deep, deep green. What's that mean, you ask? It means very early incubation. You were infected recently. If I had to guess how long, I'd say about
2 days?
Spot on.
That's how long I've been awake. I probably caught it from Loken. There isn't any cure?
Alex, everyone here is infected. Everyone. It's hereditary.
Doing a number on me.
The only way to escape an infection is to have been born before it even existed and sealed in a tomb until now.
So the suspended animation theory is looking likely.
Exactly. That means you, dear Alex, are at least 500 years old. Perhaps even up to 1,000. Tell me, Alex. Did the Zephyr have this technology to induce suspended animation?
I'm not sure. My knowledge of them is... it's hard to describe. None of this explains why Bite is in my head.
The most important thing, Alex, is that I've no reason to think you're anything other than human. Even if I can't tell where you came from. That ought to satisfy Jeronia.
I twist my mouth uncertainly. I've gotten more answers from him in an hour than anyone else has in 2 days. He hasn't once treated me with fear or disrespect. Aeon is completely unpretentious. He's been nothing but kind to me. He's fiercely intelligent and very wise. He isn't bound to the level of ignorance the rest of the tribe seems to be. I don't think I'm going to get a better opportunity than this. If I want some real answers, I'm going to have to give him something. What if there was something I haven't said? I don't think it'll come up on those tests.
Oh?
Giovanni was really suspicious of me, so I've sort of kept this a secret, even from Loken. I can't explain it myself, and I'm not sure how they'll react. I was planning on asking you, but...
Personal, is it?
Not exactly. Something's wrong with me.
Eh? What is it? Rash?
No, it's...
Infection?
No.
Allergic reaction to canine hair.
No, Aeon, it's... Look, just promise me you won't freak out.
Alex, please, I've heard it all. You can't freak me out.
I bet I can. Well, thing is, wow, where to begin? Can you check inside my head? Like, do I have anything there that shouldn't be? Even through his goggles, I can feel Aeon's stare. He crosses his arms, his mouth thinning at me.
And why would I need to do that, Alex? Just what are you expecting me to find in that skull of yours?
I'm only realizing now how absurd I must sound without telling him about Bite, but that still feels like a step too far. Because I think there's a chance I'm not actually human. Or at least, if I am, I'm a really fucked up one. There are things I can do that humans can't. I can move in ways I didn't think I could. I don't need to breathe or eat anything. I know things that I shouldn't. Aeon frowns curiously at me.
Sounds like you have some odd qualities. Given the circumstances of your arrival, I suspected something might not be quite right.
You did?
Well, shouldn't I have? I mean, a living human. That's impossible. None of this was going to be straightforward. You say you can't eat. When was your last meal?
I shrug. As far as I know, I've never eaten anything in my life.
And you said you can't breathe.
No, I can, but I don't have to. I can hold my breath indefinitely. I know it seems crazy, but, well, watch. I point to my mouth and stop breathing. Aeon's eyes narrow, but he eventually catches on to what I'm doing and watches curiously. After a minute of silence, the mole takes my hand again and takes my pulse a second time while I continue to hold my breath. At least 3 minutes pass, and Aeon is looking increasingly confounded.
Still got a steady heartbeat. Peculiar. Alarming and peculiar.
So you see what I mean? I'm clearly not normal, right?
Interesting. So what functions do you still have? Sleep? Drink?
I still sleep. I haven't had to drink much.
How's your mind? Do you feel your emotions are in working order?
Yeah, I'd say so. I've been feeling anxious.
Understandable. Do you have a sexual drive?
My mind immediately jumps to images of Loken and my face reddens.
I'll take that scowl as a yes.
Am I really that easy to read? So, do you know what might be wrong with me?
Couldn't say. Everything about you is perfectly normal, on the outside at least.
Inside? No.
Inside, who knows? All these traits leave me pondering. What does your stomach look like? Your lungs? How are they functioning? How is any of this possible? Yeah.
I think I have a computer chip inside my brain. The mole looks at me as though I've gone totally mad.
A computer chip? Oh, Alex, you're getting into old knowledge that only the automonks could possibly comprehend. The breathing, eating? A computer chip wouldn't explain all of that away. Computers weren't magical.
Do you know much about computers? Or AI?
AI? You mean the ancient Zephyr machine intelligence? Afraid not. In any case, I don't have the means to look into your head. Not without a very, very sharp knife.
I'd rather you didn't lobotomize me, to be honest.
Yes, me too. Not ideal. Any chance of getting to this pod you were found in?
Loken said Devil's Crag is swarming with demons now. It'll be a while before it's safe again. Could the Automonks help us? Aeon barks a sudden expulsion of laughter at me.
Really now? Why would they want to help you, Alex?
Why wouldn't they?
No, why would they?
When I cross my arms indignantly. They revere Zephyr technology. I'm a living Zephyr. The mole shakes his head sadly.
Not quite. They don't revere technology, they revere knowledge. Without any memory, you've none to offer them.
So what? That's it? No one can help me?
I just don't know what to suggest, Alex. Your issues aren't exactly normal. No way. I don't know anything about your condition. I've never heard anything like it.
Damn it. I just wanted this mystery to end. The boiling frustration is starting to get to me. Where do Biden and I go from here? Aeon was our only shot. Not wishing to say something I'll regret, I direct my annoyance into a growl of anguish.
Oh, don't you start growling at me now, mister!
Sorry, that wasn't at you, this whole thing is so messed up, I have no idea what to do next. I take a breath. Aeon pouts thoughtfully.
You know, the Automonks do have a particular machine. It can take pictures of your insides.
My head perks up, eyes wide with interest. Like an X-ray machine?
And if your condition could be identified, they would be the ones to do it. If they couldn't, that in itself would be alarming. They know everything. But I don't think asking the Automonks for help is a good idea, Alex. They're the most powerful people in Alayla, they are.
How? Are they great warriors or something?
Oh, no. Pacifists. But Alex, the Automonks have monopolized all progress. People will tell you technology is dead. It isn't. It's laying out there in the black zones. Well, much of it's still functional. Any black runner will tell you that. No, technology is alive and well. But knowledge, that's dead. All that technology is useless when nobody knows how to use it. Invention is gone, Alex. You want plumbing for your clan? Freezers to preserve your food? Electricity? You go to the Automonks. They hold all the knowledge, and it's not for sharing. In return, they can have anything they want. Protection, salvage, weapons, supplies. They control progress, Alex. They pull the strings.
In spite of the corruption described by the auto monks, I stand firm. If they can help me, I'll take the risk. I'll make a deal with them, whatever it takes.
Alex, I'm not sure.
I need to know what's wrong with me. What if it's important? You could help. Surely they'd listen to you. You used to be one of them. Aeon scratches his chin with one of his long claws, his face flat.
I'll admit, I'm pretty darn curious about your condition myself. How about this? Tomorrow morning, you and I visit the Great Barrier. I'll ask them to give you an audience.
Okay, great.
But you will have to let me handle them. I make no promise that they'll agree to see you. I'll meet you at Loken's Lodge. We'll go together, yes?
All right, tomorrow morning.
We'll get to the bottom of this mystery, yep. Yes, indeed. But now, if you'll excuse me, Alex, I'll have to ask you to leave. I promised Ravonia I'd meet with her.
You're not going to tell her about...
No. I'll say nothing. Not for a moment. I'll tell her you're perfectly human, since I've no proof of otherwise, and that's that. But Alex, you must tell Loken. Today. You must. The hound does not like being lied to. You're his responsibility. He needs to know about this. He does.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. He won't understand.
He's a sharp dog, he is. And we could do with his help tomorrow. The auto monks usually prefer to deal with black runners. In any case, I'll go and meet with Ravonia. Right now. Now!
With a new sense of purpose, I hop up to my feet. Thanks, Aeon, for everything. I really don't know how I got here, but...
Say no more. We'll figure it out. I'll see you in the morning, Alex.
Aeon ushers me toward the door. I say my final goodbyes before leaving his laboratory. It's late afternoon. The daytime sun is beginning its early descent into the horizon. Well, that could have gone better. It could have gone worse.
Perhaps you should think about telling Loken now.
I don't know.
Just say the same thing you told Aeon. He doesn't need to know about me.
I'll see what happens. We got some answers today, at least.
It still feels like we're chasing one tail after another.
And what else do you propose? The only other lead is checking the pod Loken found us in, and that's not an option right now. With a breath to steady my nerves, I set off into the village to find Loken. It doesn't take long to spot his gigantic frame. I see him at the village square marching towards me. He has a small package in his paw, wrapped up in a gray cloth. Alex! I wave to him as he jogs over. I was just coming to find you. You have learned things. Sort of. I shrug. We proved that I'm not from here. I'm like 500 years old at least, probably more. You are the last Zephyr. He doesn't seem surprised by this. I figure he already suspected as much. To be honest, so did I. Look, Aeon and I have a plan. Wait, What is it? He's wearing an odd expression. He wants to tell me something, but he's too nervous. Loken? His ears flatten. His eyes flick to the side. It's got him so worked up. Are you okay? Yes. I have something for you. Oh, thank you. I assume he's talking about the package in his paw. He doesn't give it to me yet. What is it? Oh. The husky jolts to his senses and holds the package out for me. It is a gift. My cheeks have flushed bright red. I'm just staring at the package he's holding out to me, dumbfounded. What, for me? From you? Take it. I'm flattered, but completely bewildered by the unexpected gesture. I take the package from him stiffly. It's a lovely gesture, but it feels very... forced? Unnatural, even? Well, I'm not sure what his motivation is here. Nevertheless, I give him a smile and go along with it. Thank you. I carefully open the cloth and let the gift fall into my palm. It looks like a necklace? Hanging from the end of the chain is a small golden bullet for a pistol of some kind. It is an amulet. A bullet? Oh, it's a bullet chain. It is. I found the parts in my salvage box. You made this? Just now? It's such a random token. I appreciate it completely, but why did he do this? This is really nice. Thanks, Loken. He manages a small smile. I even want to return to show my gratitude. What made you decide to get me this? His ears flatten and he looks away shamefully. It is an apology. An apology for what? Hurting you. Huh? When? When I grabbed you, I hurt you. Wait, that's what he's apologizing for? Is this because I asked him for more Donnelly? I'd only said that to give myself time alone with Aeon. Loken. He looks at me, his face flat with shame. You don't have to apologize for that. It was an accident. It's nothing. He still avoids my eye. It is not nothing. I did not mean it. I know you didn't. Hey. I give him a pat on the arm. He seemed to respond well to being touched earlier. And sure enough, as my hand makes contact with his fur, his tail bounces as his ears flick up. He looks down at me. I already forgave you. I know you didn't mean it. You didn't even really hurt me. It's probably just because the Dawn Lily wore off. I should have been more careful. You are mine. I frown at him. You keep saying that. What does it mean? I'm not your property. And that is not what it means. I am responsible for you. You are my acolyte. Is that really all it is? I suspect there's more to it. I'm starting to tune into his dominant behaviors. Some are quite subtle, others are more blatant. Perhaps it's just a canine thing, as Aeon suggested. I suspect the reason is far more human. That's just an extra more. Well, it's okay. I forgive you, I promise. Maybe he'll appreciate it if I just change the topic. Did you get to see your class again? I did. I have also been to the shaman. She has given me a healing poultice for your cut. We will return to my lodge and apply it. Okay, I'll tell you what happened with Aeon when we get there. He's looking at me very closely. I'm a bit confused by his intense stare, then I spot his eyes flick down for a heartbeat to the necklace in my hand. I promptly put the thin chain around my head. He seems to relax after that. Thanks, Loken. I love it. Come. He turns his back to me and begins to walk off. I follow, trying to keep pace with his larger strides. Hey, Loken? Why are you so possessive of me? Is it, something that hounds do, or... He eyes me up as we walk, his mouth twisted in anguish. Once again, I can tell he's having trouble saying what he wants to say. I do not want to lose another acolyte. Hey, I'm tougher than I look, okay? I'm not about to let any demons kill me. That will not happen. You will be a good black runner. I do not want you to leave. Why would I leave? It has happened before. Ah, I remember. He mentioned that his other acolyte left to be trained by someone else. I know that isn't the root of his insecurity, but it probably hurt him pretty bad. Well, I'm not going anywhere. How come your previous acolyte left? She... He doesn't answer. He just looks sad. I have a theory. Was she close to you? Like, really close? Yes. Like, really, really close? Yes. She was good. He doesn't quite get what I'm hinting at. I meant, were you more than friends? Were you together? Explain. As lovers or something? We were not lovers. I figured from his candidness that he's telling the truth. So much for my theory. Ah, okay, I just wondered is all. She did not like me. Did something happen? No, she simply did not like me. You didn't have to do anything to make her think like that? No, she did not like me, that is all. She did not like how I spoke to her. She thought I was slow-witted and a bad mentor, so she left. What a bitch. His crystal eyes stab at me furiously, as though I've just insulted his own mother. Well, she was. Who the hell thinks like that? Taking good care of me. But I hurt you. It was an accident. I meant what I said earlier. You're a good hound. If that daft bitch couldn't see that, then she can go fuck herself. I like you, so there. I'm not going anywhere. I'm your acolyte, so you're stuck with me. Although Loken doesn't reply to me straight away, I catch his tail swaying ever so slightly. The husky shakes his head, and he smirks. We start walking again. You are strange. Not the first time you've said that. It is true. Next you'll tell me I'm small, too. You are small. You are big. That is good? I shrug. It's not good or bad, it's just you. You're big. You're a big guy. You are a small guy. Sure. Go on then, big guy. Lead the way. When I call him that, I notice his tail twitch and his ears flick. Wordlessly, we make our way back to his lodge. With every step, the knot of anxiety in my chest tightens, knowing that all the good will I'm building with him could collapse the moment he finds out the truth about me. Will you light another fire tonight? Oops. Oops. Hit the button on my pen. Yes, I have meat to cook. Sit on the bed. As we enter the lodge, Loken gestures for me to take a seat. I do so, and he produces a glass jar from his satchel. He opens it and sniffs the contents, recoiling in disgust with his face scrunched up. That doesn't look good. It does not smell good either. What is it? A healing poultice from the shamans. We will apply it after removing your stitches. Loken sits down on the bed next to me. He's holding a small scalpel made of bone. I nod and quickly tuck my hoodie and tunic off. For a moment, he just stares at my chest, his brow tightens. Hey? Oh, yes. He puts a paw on my side to keep me still and carefully snips the stitches loose one by one. I'm trying to ignore the discomfort and instead enjoy the sensation of his paw pads against my bare skin. Every now and then I feel them flex and gently squeeze my side. You are okay? Huh? I'm fine. You have a red face. Oh. God damn it. I was just... Your paw pads feel kind of nice. I genuinely hadn't meant to say that. It just slipped out. I just mean I'm not used to them. He pauses for a moment, smiling to himself. Out of nowhere, he suddenly takes his free paw away from my side and holds it facing upwards in front of me. Touch them. My face immediately burns. He's never been so forward before. I really want to, but wouldn't it be weird? That's okay. I was curious. It is okay. Touch them. He smiles at me and wiggles his massive paw as though to entice my curiosity. I push my reservations aside and give in to temptation, placing my hand atop of his and gently grazing my fingertips over his pads. His paws are twice the size of my hand at least. I could almost hold one of his fingers with my entire grasp. As far as like a velveteen mattress that turns my skin to honey. How are you so soft? All Alalian hounds have thick pelts. Taking care not to move too much as he cuts my stitches off, I run my thumb over the largest of his pads in the center of his palm. They feel like warm, polished rubber. A little firmer than skin, but still pleasant to the touch. I press down slightly on the central pad with my thumb. He jumps a little. Sorry, was that? It is fine. They are sensitive. Blushing, I let go of Loken's paw with a sheepish grin. He cocks his head at me curiously. Man, I feel fuzzy after that. Basically just held his hand. Or paw. Whatever. I still can't decide what they are. I am strange to you? Not anymore. When I first saw you, I was a bit shocked. My kind were not common in the Zephyr times. I only remember humans, I think. Loken sits up, inspecting his handiwork. I look down at my cut to see that all the stitches have been taken out cleanly. The wound itself doesn't even look that bad. The cut wasn't as deep as I thought it was. I shall put the salve on. It will help you heal faster. He grabs the glass jar and opens it. The stench hits me immediately, and I fight the urge to gag. Loken dabs the green sludge into my cut. There isn't any pain, and the salve is quickly absorbed by my skin. Tell me of your meeting with Aeon. How am I going to navigate this? Well, like I said, he says I'm from before the Cascade, just as the chief suspected. He also thinks that pod you found me in was keeping me preserved in my sleep. Aeon doesn't know anymore, but the Auto Monks might. He agreed to ask for their help on my behalf. He and I are going to visit them tomorrow. Loken's gaze turned sour. You are not going without me. You don't have to. They will want something in return, Alex. They always do. I am responsible for you, and I am coming. I grimace. Maybe I should go with Aeon alone? Loken gives me an uncertain look. I'm used to his strange glares at this point, but this one lingers. What? There are things you are not telling me, Alex. I mean, I will not be upset. Tell me why you were visiting the Auto Monks. It's, I don't want you to worry. It is because you do not eat. I blink. He noticed that? He's sharper than I thought. How? You told me you ate at the village yesterday. I checked. You did not. You lied. You knew all along? Damn it. Loken, Tell me why you do not breathe. Huh? You do not breathe. I know this. I gawp at him. How could he possibly have known that? Did Aeon tell you? No. You talk in your sleep. I listened. Bite, is that true? I don't know. I never... Tell me who Bite is. When he says Bite's name, my chest tightens in shock. It's surreal hearing him say it aloud. Uh-oh. You talk to them in your sleep. Bite? That's, Alex, he knows. No shit, what do I do? I don't know. Alex? There's nothing else to it. He's already figured out enough for himself. Bite, heads up, I'm telling him about you. What? No. He won't understand. He already knows, and it's my decision. I live in here too, dickhead. Alex. Loken. We can still explain our way out of this. No. Loken, promise you won't freak out. You think I will be afraid? Oh, I've got it. Just tell him I'm a friend from your past. Let me handle this. Handle? Alex, you are acting strange? Shit, I can't tell who I'm talking to. Sorry, I didn't mean... Oh. Tell him it's a memory that you suppressed. That's why you say my name in your... Cut it out, Bite. Loken, there's someone else inside my... You're still talking to me. God damn it. Alex, tell me what is wrong. Both of you, just shut up for a second. Both? I grimace, clawing at my scalp in frustration. Loken, okay, look, there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with... No, there really is. I raise my voice in frustration, then clench my jaw and inhale through my nostrils to try and calm down. This is going to be difficult. Bite is... He's in my head, and I have no idea how he got there. I wanted to tell you earlier. I tried to, but you didn't understand. I don't know how to explain this without sounding like a total idiot. To my surprise, Loken puts his huge paw on my shoulder and squeezes. Under the pressure of his touch, I feel totally enswathed by his massive, comforting presence. Alex, it is okay. I am listening. I stare back at him, struck by the warmth behind his arctic blue eyes. I try to smile back. Okay, Loken, I thought you'd turn on me if I told you. I promise I'm not a demon or anything. You have a reason to think this? Because Bite is an AI that's trapped in my head. I do not understand. Bite is in your dreams? I take a breath. I only have one chance at getting this across in a way he might understand. No, Bite is another person, sort of. He's an artificial intelligence. These are minds that are made, not born. Yes, that's why I tried to tell you about them earlier. I tap my head with my finger. He's been here since I woke up, but he's just as confused about this as I am. It's like I'm two people in one body. I'm confused. I see only you. Only I can see him, but he's there. I don't know how, Loken. Please just don't hate me. His ears flick. Bite, can you hear me? Yeah, he sees and hears everything I do. I can do things humans shouldn't be able to. I falter, unable to formulate the right words. There's something wrong with me, and Aeon couldn't explain it either. I want to figure this out, but I can't do it alone. Please. You're the only one we really trust. I can feel Loken's gentle grasp on my shoulder, and Bite's sympathetic presence in the back of my head. Alex. Look at me, now. I look up, my face shrinking in fear of his judgment. Loken stares straight through me. Alex is mine, you understand? I am speaking to you, Bite. Excuse me? You will not hurt him. Hey, tell him to get Hold on, Bite. It's okay, Loken. He's a friend. I do not trust him. Oh, seriously? He thinks he can pull his jealous dog act on me? Tell this Bite that I do not trust him. He says he doesn't. Tell the mutt I can hear him. He can hear you. Good. Now make him tell you what he is. He says he wants to know what... Tell him I've been watching over your peachy smooth ass way longer than he has. Tell him to get fucked. I grimace. Alex? Sorry. It's hard to listen to both of you together. He's on our side. He does not belong in your head. Tell him to leave. He can't. He's stuck there. I do not believe him. Oh, so I'm a liar now too? The audacity of this dog. He's not exactly thrilled with you either. To you too, you giant furry asshole. Everyone goes quiet for a moment. Loken sits on the bed beside me. I stare down at my lap in shame and guiltily avoid his eye. You did not tell me this before. Trifonia wanted to lock me up just for existing. If I had told her about Bite, she would have... We cannot tell her. I look over at him, eyes wide. No one else must know. This is Black Runner business. Bite is a construct of the old knowledge? Yeah, AI like him used to live in computers. Zephyr machines? But you are not a machine. I don't think I am. You are unsure?
Tell him your microchip theory.
I think maybe, I don't know, I have a computer chip in my brain or something. I do not understand. This is why I need to see the Auto Monks. Aeon said only they might know about this stuff. So, you're not angry with me? He tilts his head at me. You are my acolyte. I am responsible for you. We will learn where you and Bite have come from. We will speak to the Auto Monks. They will provide their insight. We will... He falters. You are important. We will find out the truth. He shoots me an encouraging smile. I manage to force a smile back to him. I will light a fire. As Loken gets up and fumbles about creating a fire, I take a breath to steady myself. I feel a great weight lifted from my shoulders.
Well, that's that then.
I can't believe he didn't freak out.
Just remember, you were mine before you were his.
Don't you start with that. You're both gonna have to learn to get on.
He better learn to trust me then.
Could you give me some time alone with him? Talking to you both at the same time is really hard.
Sure. We'll catch up when you're asleep, okay?
Thanks, Bite. Soon enough, Loken has another crackling fire going. I have no idea what to feel right now. He's taken all this completely in his stride. I should have trusted my instincts and told him sooner. Come. Loken sits cross-legged on the floor in front of the flame. Sit near the fire. It does look pretty enticing, and I'm starting to feel cold again. I move over and sit opposite to him, with the flames between us. No. Huh? Here. He taps his fist against the floor beside him. Next to you? My face reddens. Okay. But finally keep my blush at bay, I shuffle around until I'm next to him. We're both silent. He eyes me from the side, and I do the same. His tail flicks just once behind him. You are small. I smile at him, wondering what that really means. I really talk to Bite in my sleep? You spoke of hypothetical kittens. I cringe, shaking my head. You heard that? Wow. When did you figure out something was up? When you refused food for the third time. You do not breathe when you sleep. I listened to you as you slept heavy, and the things you spoke of were true. Bite is still listening? Oh, no, he can come and go. You trust this A&I creature? I do. He's done nothing but help me since I woke up. He's got these functions that have been really useful. I do not understand. Like, he can tell me about something just by looking at it. He can find solutions to problems I can't. He can make me move faster and stronger, things humans shouldn't be able to do. It's how I can speak your language. When I first woke up, I couldn't understand you. He's translating for us. We're still learning about his capabilities. That is useful. I still do not understand what an A&I creature is. Explain. It's just AI, artificial intelligence. He was created using science. Sorry, the old knowledge. It's like the same way you'd create a painting of a mountain. It might look like a real mountain, but it isn't real, you know? To my surprise, Loken smiles in understanding. Mia is a painter. Her paintings make me feel sad and happy. They are real feelings. If the painting makes you feel, then the mountain is real. Bite is real to you? Full of little wisdoms, this hound. He certainly acts like a real person. He's got this thing he calls a personality matrix. Loken's face tightens in confusion. It means he copies my behavior. So if I'm sarcastic, he becomes sarcastic. If I swear, he swears back. As a child, my copy its parent. You're really okay with all this. I thought you'd be freaking out. Loken's gaze turns to the fire, his bright eyes glinting from the light of the flames. I am a black runner, as are you. It is our duty to understand things others cannot. Like demons? My eyes go to the fire too. I was worried you'd think I was a demon, or that Bite was one. Because you believe the demons are also made of this A&I technology. I do not believe that. What else could they be? Do not think of them. Instead, I will cook. I have meat from the village. He reaches behind him and grabs a small package wrapped in parchment. Inside is a particularly large cut of beef. A thought occurs to me. Where did that meat come from? Cow. Right, but I hesitate, not wishing to cause offense. You are confused? Was the cow like you? No. They are not bipeds. They are feral. They come from the farms. Bipeds? Is that what you guys are called? Us guys? You know, beast people. He snorts with amusement as he places the slab of beef onto a small stone plate and slides it into the heat of the fire. You are also a biped. But I'm not half beast. I'm just a human. Aeon says you are half primate. Man, that really confused him. I laugh it off. Don't worry, I'll just roll with it. Roll? You are not round enough to roll. I chuckle and pat his arm. He's so cute. His tail flicks at my touch. Don't worry, just another human saying. Okay. Cool. There's a break in the conversation. My skin turns to soft wax under the heat of the fire, and I feel the weight of my body starting to drag me down. I'm exhausted again. I really don't seem to have much energy. It's not even that late in the evening yet. Loken's beef is starting to smell good, even with a total lack of hunger. I'm stirred to my senses when Loken grabs another small package from one of his shelves, returning to the meat by the fire and opening it. A crisp, sharp scent brushes my senses. Ah, those are the spices you got from yesterday's trade. They are. And they smell good. They are good. They should belong to you. I shrug. They're wasted on me. He looks at me. After a moment, his eyes widen as though he just realized something. Alex, I am sorry. I did not think. I should not eat when you are present. It is cruel. Huh? Oh, no, it's fine. I haven't really considered how I feel about not eating food. On one hand, it's actually kind of convenient. On the other, something that makes me quintessentially human has been taken from me, which is demoralizing. I don't really care. Loken takes a pinch of spice from the pouch and sprinkles it onto his meal. The food begins to sizzle with flavor. You do not miss food? I don't remember it. You remembered apples. I laugh. I guess I did. That is no accident. What do you mean? Apples were important to you. You remembered them for a reason. I hadn't thought of it like that. I look at him whilst he prepares his food. He's being so supportive. He's not angry, he's not freaking out, and he's not running off to tell anyone. My hand snakes up to my chest, navigating beneath my top and fidgeting thoughtfully with the necklace he got me. I don't understand. Why is he looking out for me? Thank you. For... My voice cracks. I feel myself getting emotional. Pressure builds behind my face. I'm just an idiot lost in a strange world with no idea what I'm doing. I don't deserve him. For everything. I'm sorry I'm so useless. You are not useless. You have already achieved much. You are my acolyte. He finally knows everything. I can finally be myself, fully myself. I've been scared for my life over this. Now I feel lighter and frail. Out of nowhere, a tear rolls from my eye. I quickly rub it off. Sorry, I'm a mess. I sniff. Yeah, I guess it's been rough. Not being able to tell anyone. You have much to offer. I frown at him. What do you mean? He pulls the stone plate out from the fire, flipping the meat with a skewer before pushing it back. You are not an accident. I did not trust you at first, but then I saw that you have wit. I realized you were telling the truth. Come on, I don't have wit. Those are memories, not instincts. I am a Zephyr, that's why... You misunderstand. Wit is memory, just as it is instinct. I pause to consider what he just said, watching him adjust his meal as it cooks. All Black Runners are descendants of the first 4 Black Runners. Their memories run through our veins. Our creed is based on each of them. It is why we are chosen selectively. You must share this lineage. Not anyone can face the Black Zones. It does not matter if the memories are yours or those of the 4. It is still wit. I can already think of a few holes in that. But I'm a human. You are. Are you suggesting that the first Black Runners were human? Perhaps. What matters is that your wit is real. It is your memories, the ones you still have, even though they are beyond your reach right now. I lean back and stare at him. Giovanni had told me he didn't have a spiritual side, but he clearly does. We fall into silence for a while. Before long, he's munching away on his evening meal. I sit quietly beside him, keeping myself warm by the fire. You should rest. Tomorrow morning we are visiting the Great Barrier to see the Auto Monks. Is it far from here? It is not. Do you think they'll agree to help? No. They will ask something of us first. I look up at him apprehensively. Like what? I do not know. But they are very precise in what they need. He takes another bite of his meal, then his nostrils flare in annoyance. What's wrong? The mating troop is arriving in 2 nights. I had forgotten. There will be an indulgence. We must attend. What? You're making me go to the orgy? The hound growls in irritation. It is expected of us. I'm a notable member of the Draconi clan, as are you now. The indulgence is tradition. Our absence will be noted. My face is burning. I'm really not comfortable taking part in. His muzzle flicks over to me. You will not take part. Oh. Neither will I. You won't? I will not. So we're just going there to watch? To attend. It is expected. We will make an appearance, then leave. I go quiet. That's going to be an interesting and slightly awkward with Loken there. I've been really curious about his opinion of the indulgence. We've not exactly talked about things like that before. But I think back to the little moments of affection we've shared today. I feel like we bonded quickly. I don't see why I can't ask him. I'm kind of curious. Have you ever taken part in the indulgence? He almost chokes on his food. Sorry. I am okay. The hound takes a breath, dropping his meal back onto the stone plate, then turning to me. I have taken part. Oh? I had just gained my 20th year. The mating troop had arrived. He suddenly falters. You do not want to hear this story. Oh, sorry. Is it sad? No, it is not sad, but you will judge me. I give him a smile and an encouraging pat on the arm. His tail flicks happily. It was just an excuse to touch him, really. He seems to respond well to it. If you didn't judge me for bite, I won't judge you for this. He smirks at me. All right, then I will tell you this story. The mating troop had arrived. I had gained my 20th year. Every mating troop consists of males. They are highly practiced in their art. Each one has a troop master. The master oversees the troop and plans their routes. He maintains relations with the chieftains. I met with the troop master. He was called Orion. He invited me to partake in the indulgence. I refused at first. You didn't want to? Loken's throat vibrates irritably. I wanted to, but for different reasons. To overcome my nerves, I took Flare. I was curious about its effects. What's Flare again? It brings one's desires to the surface. Inhibitions are lost under its influence. So it just makes you want to fuck everyone that moves? Loken chuckles. It loosens the mind, and desires come to the surface without inhibition. It does not create desire where none existed before. This is what I experienced. I stare at him, totally absorbed. And what happened? I said I was curious for different reasons. Orion explored those reasons with me. Are you saying... Wait. You and him? Yes. You got with Orion? Yes. You're into guys? Loken scowls. Yes. My heart jumps. He's gay too? Immediately my head floods with ideas. What if Bite was right? What if his curiosity about me was... Whoa there, Alex. Play it cool, play it cool. This doesn't mean anything. You're still his acolyte, so behave. That's okay though. You know, being into dudes, it's fine. So, you're not attracted to women at all? I am not. He winces. The tribesmen are beautiful. Mia is beautiful. But I do not feel the same way for her. Did you and Orion ever, again? Yes. His troop visited again, many times. The last was 5 years ago. He's the only person you've ever been with? Yes. The husky whines. It is lonely. There are few men. Fewer like... He snorts. Like me. Orion is the only one I've ever met. I hadn't considered that. Finding love as a gay guy must be impossible in Alayla. The ratio of women to men is so skewed towards the former. My chest flutters nervously. I open my mouth to say something, but hesitate. He catches it. Alex? I was just thinking, well, you know one more now. I grin. His eyes widen at me. You also... Yeah. That is... He looks really surprised. I did not think humans could be... Why not? I had not considered it. Well, I am. I like guys too. We look at each other. My cheeks flush a furious shade of red, and I look away towards the fire as I fight off a nervous grin. He does the same, tail flicking a few times. We must both be thinking the same thing, right? Or it's just me. Alex. Yeah? You are small. My gaze goes down into my lap as I fight off a smile. Heh, thanks, big guy. God, what am I doing? I shouldn't push it with him. It just doesn't feel right. It's one thing thinking about him in that way, but to actually go there? He's a complicated guy with a real sensitive side. I don't want to mess with him. We fall into an awkward silence. I stare at the fire longingly, and he finishes up his meal. After a much longer break in conversation, I yawn loudly. You are tired. I seem to get exhausted really quickly. Bite is taking your energy. I hadn't thought of that. It's possible. Should we tell the Automonks about Bite? I do not think so. Perhaps we will tell Aeon. He will know what to do. I yawn again. Alex, lay down. You are tired. Rest. Okay. I shuffle over to my blankets and pull them around me. Are you going to sleep too? Soon. I will be quiet. All right. I shut my eyes. Loken? Thanks for looking after me. You will return the favor. How? We will see. Okay. Sleep heavy, Alex. Night, big guy. And that's where I'll call it for this one. Pick it up next time with a little chat with Bite. Thank you all for watching, as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye.